Hey, welcome back to another episode of Explore the Spectrum. I'm your host, Jeanetta Bryant. I am joined today with two guests, Myra and Nicole. How are y'all doing today, ladies?
We're doing great.
Yep. Thank you for asking.
I am telling you, it's so wonderful to see both of your faces right now and to hear a little bit about what y'all do, because ABA in our community is either a term that people beloved or maybe not so much, but it really is applied differently from one center to another, which usually is why somebody has a great experience or doesn't have one. But y'all are doing some really fun, unique things in your center there up in Illinois. Can you tell us a little bit about what makes y'all special and different?
Sure. So we provide the traditional home-based ABA, but we also do some school consultation where we're doing a lot more of trying to keep our kiddos in their home school with that ABA support, which is amazing that we have some small districts that are willing to go that route rather than outplacing them. And then we have actually started an early learner center here on site where we're kind of doing a mixture of 80% in the center and 20% in home because we do value that home piece as well.
You know, the parent engagement piece of it really is what helps these different therapies thrive. And I think from what I've learned about what you do, you're looking at everything in totality altogether. So not only are you having children having the appropriate therapy offered to them, but you're doing it through a staff that has longevity, and they're not going to be fly-by-night therapists here 1 month, gone the next, right? And you're working with the parents, so these kids are surrounded with the benefits of the therapy rather than just strictly, well, we tried that and that didn't work. How do you get the parent engagement where you need it to be?
Yeah, so I'm privileged enough to be able to go out to the homes at least 3 times a year, sometimes even 4 times a year. For reference, I'm the COO of the company, so the team already has a BCBA that they see all the time. And then having myself as a form of the leadership team come out, I meet the families in person, I get to talk to them, get some feedback. They're always very welcoming and happy to have another form of leadership in the homes. We also encourage all of our BCBAs to check in with their families regularly when they are there. We have good forms of communication for if anything comes to our BTs or our RBTs that needs to be relayed back to the team. We have great lines of communication with that. And then we also do a lot of surveys. We send out a lot of information via email, communicate with our families as much as possible to make sure that if they have any types of needs or wants, they're welcome to send them our way. And we love their feedback. So, yeah.
And I think we also look at the client as the whole family, right? So those siblings are incorporated, the family unit is incorporated a lot into the services we provide. So I think that's something that parents find value in.
Absolutely. And looking at everything as a whole is really important. So, Myra, tell us what led you to wanting to start this organization and to look at it maybe a little bit differently than what you had seen already in the community.
Sure. So I think for me, it's like you said, there's those two pieces that we're really looking at is like, I started out in early intervention. So for me, everything, I always had incorporated parents and siblings and all of that. So to me, that was an important piece. And what I found when I got into ABA was that I was really wanting us to apply to our staff what we do with our clients, which is that organizational behavior management, like giving those reinforcements, really supporting our staff well, meaning training them well, treating them well, treating them like professionals, like all of those things. So I think that's where we have been really successful in the retention, which then leads to us having families who have consistent therapy and continue to make progress.
I'm glad that you said that. It is a family, you know, you find those different therapy clinics and, you know, as a parent, we're searching for the place that works well together. And when you have employees that work well together, then they're happy and they're able to bring an energy into their time with your child. They can make it that much more advantageous. If someone wants to learn more about the work that you're doing or get in contact with you, where would they find you?
So we do have a Facebook, which is just Bertling ABA, as well as a website. We are working on building our website. It's still kind of in its early stages, but those would be a couple of the ways. And then if you go into either of those, you would have more contact information if needed.
Okay. And that website is?
Just www.bertlingaba.com.
Okay, perfect. So one last question, and either of you are welcome to answer this, or, in unison if you have the same idea. But what would be your word of encouragement or words of encouragement to a parent that is on the fence on utilizing ABA?
I think it's just normal life would be my words of encouragement.
All right. Take it one day at a time. Figure it out together, right? Thank you, ladies, so much for joining me today on this segment and for all that you do in our community. And for all of our viewers, thank you for joining us as we continue to explore the possibilities.